What's up everyone and welcome back to Potato Monster's League of Legends Top 5 Plays. We apologize about the skipped episodes recently, but we'll do our best to stick to our normal schedule, and with that, I encourage everyone to submit your own replays for a chance to be featured and win yourself some RP. Also, we have some cool new things coming up in the future, so stay tuned. Without further ado, we're going to jump into our number 5 play with Kuza and Singed, and at the start we see him harass the enemy Lee Sin and Lane, but now we see Jarvan coming up through river, so Lee Sin kicks him to tower, and Sonic waves as Jarvan collapses in and Lee Sin ignites. Now we see a Cataclysm to lock him in as Jarvan backs off to let Lee Sin take the kill and catch up, but he flings him out and then quickly dodges Dragon Strike, fleeing to the jungle. They both follow him, but then Lee Sin turns around, but Jarvan continues to chase as he predicts and quickly dodges his EQ combo, and then, well, you know how the saying goes, don't chase the Singed. Coming in at our number 4 play, we have Kipso and Lissandra, and right off the bat we see the enemy Zed come in for a gank as she roots Talon and then uses Glacial Path to escape, but they pursue it, both ulting her for massive damage, but she uses Frozen Tome to negate Deathmark and make them back off. Seeing an opening, she cues him with a tower shot and then actually flashes in double ring of frosting and then ice shards into Zanya's, avoiding Rake as we see Annie with a flash stun giving Lissandra the double kill after the complete outplay. Sticking with the theme of huge outplays, we switch over to the master of them with Springer 2 on Zed. We can see him taunting the Hecarim as Draven takes the tower, and right as it falls, the enemy team collapses on them, but he quickly swaps himself out, avoiding the ult, and then is forced to head into the jungle. With 4 members of the enemy team coming at him, I remind you he has no wards around him, so what he does is pure instincts and mechanics. After crossing over mid lane, he escapes into the enemy jungle using Living Shadow to get into Dragon Pit and escape, but let's go back during that intense moment and take a look at what happened and what was going through his mind. Renekton dashes in and goes for the stun, but he ulted immediately, turning around to avoid the Fizz and Hecarim he saw earlier, but runs into the Thresh and instantly turns around to dodge the hook with a flash, and then swaps places with the Shadow from his ult into another Living Shadow swap over the wall to predict the flay that he knew Thresh would go for. Coming in at our number 2 spot is Is4Lip on Caitlyn that goes from what looks like absolute death to an ace for her team. At the start we see her head into assist Cassin, but he gets out alive and then the enemy team turns to her. Blitz flash hooks her in and then Vayne barely misses the condemn into the wall, allowing her to bury her and flash away, and right before they finish her off, Cassin comes in from the side and lands a huge force pulse as she EQs, grabbing the fadeaway kill on Blitzcrank. As she runs through river, we see Kayle and Vayne chase her, and then she decides to fight this one out as she puts down a trap and continues to run. Vayne falls for it as Caitlyn quickly EQs straight into her ult, and Vayne can't even do anything about it because of the slow from Caliber Net and the vision from the trap. With 2 enemy players up, she lifesteals off the creeps, and then all of a sudden Work rushes at her, but she kites back with red buff, grabbing her 3rd kill in this play as the friendly Cassin and gets Kayle, acing the enemy team. And for our number 1 pro play for this week, we have Tough Jagif on Orianna with a sick positional play. We start things off with a catch on the friendly Draven as she immediately shields him and then moves the ball into the center of everyone for the beautiful shockwave on 3. Afterwards, she tries to move her ball but narrowly misses Graves, and then immediately after, she shields Nunu as he channels Absolute Zero. All of a sudden, Darius gets kicked over, and with no shield up, she decides to Q over, speeding both her and Nunu up into the blind command attack for the kill on Darius. They back off knowing it's a 2v4, and then all of a sudden she moves her ball again, hitting all 3 members with her Q, W, and then E as she grabs a double. The Master Yi then dives in on her, but the shield absorbs Alpha Strike and she grabs the triple. After another QW, she picks up the Amumu for the quad as she pursues the Graves with shields for days, eventually scoring the pentakill and ace for her team after a lost team fight. Perfect positioning over the wall to not only support her teammates, but to also deal nice damage, and then great movements of her ball from different origins, including teammates and from various spots on the ground, earn this play the number 1 spot. And for the bonus clip of the week, we have Hero Player on Malphite who battles it out really early in the game and sadly dies. But as the clip plays on, we see something epic happen around the time where Zack's passive procs. Keep in mind how quick respawn timers are at the start of a game. Thanks for watching everyone, and again, we apologize for the missed episodes lately. We've been extremely busy with many things, both personal and things we're working on, and we have some really cool things to release in the near future, so keep your eyes peeled. And again, don't forget to submit your pro plays for a chance to be featured and win yourself some RP if you land the number 1 spot. That's enough out of me. Enjoy the rest of this play, and I'll see you back here soon for week 139 of our top 5 plays.